Hey, it's Justin Potnier here on the Mixed Morning Grind. Special guest joining me this morning, Josh Gennings from the Shell Theater here in Fort Saskatchewan. Josh, how are you?
I'm awesome, Justin. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. How was the holiday season? Good?
It was great, but it was cold. Did you order this
Oh,
cold weather?
it's brutal. It hurts to even go outside. That's the problem.
Why do we live in a place that burns our face if we go outside? It must be the beautiful scenery and the great communities we've got around us. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it, right?
That's true. That's true. What did Santa bring you? Anything good?
You know what? I got a lot of great clothes, and it was time. Let's
Is
just
that
put that there, okay? It was time.
is that new sweater? Is that Santa bring you
No,
that?
not this one, but I do have new
Okay.
jeans on today.
Okay, nice, nice. I won't make you show the jeans, but let's dive into the winter season now at Shell Theater. Tons of shows coming up. Before we get into the nitty gritty of it, Josh,
Yeah.
obviously COVID has reared its ugly head again when it comes to indoor events of really any kind. So, kind of break us down for us at the Shell Theater how things are going to progress forward, as you know at this point.
Well, we found great success with the restrictions exemptions program at the Dow Centennial Center. What this does is this ensures that everybody who's coming into the building is coming into the building in a safe way. They may be, they may have their vaccinations in place. They may be, it may be one where they've got a negative PCR test that they've used to prove. But one way or another, we want to make sure that everybody who enters the building is going to do so safely. While we're in the building, we're mask on. We want to make sure that we're not spreading anything in any way, so we're mask on at all times. With restrictions that came down on December 24th, we will see some changes in regards to bar service, for example, or perhaps some food and drink concessions in some of our venues. But at the Shell Theater, we're going to carry on doing the great things that we already do. You know, we are going to reduce the restriction, or sorry, we are going to reduce the capacity of the theater from 550 to 500. So a small change in that, but it won't affect most of our shows. We're going to continue forward providing culture for the community for sure.
Well, and you've got plenty of shows on the docket, so let's break it down through the winter season. Lay it out for us at the Shell
Well,
Theater.
we actually start right on January 23rd. We've got a great afternoon matinee on a Sunday afternoon with the Bowie Doucette duo, and that's classical music. Some of the best players that we've got in the world are coming to our stage to educate Fort Saskatchewan about what classical music could really be. And we love that. You won't want to miss Diet and the Love Soldiers when the Fort Record brings them in on January 29th. This is Indigenous music, but it's also folk and country music. Go online and check out this artist, an amazingly talented voice in Diet for sure, and you will love her for sure. There is tons for everybody. And that is to say, there's a little bit of music, there's a little bit of tribute rock, there's a little bit of East Coast music, there's some circus coming. We've got a little bit of something for everybody. And in that way, we want you to head over to the website and check out and find your fit right here in Fort Saskatchewan.
Awesome. I did want to touch base on one thing coming up in February, because I know that we talked about it in person, Josh, the Classic Albums Live. This looks so special. Like, explain to us exactly how it breaks down, because it's really like if you've ever listened to some of these albums, for example, Led Zeppelin 1 is one of the classic albums that is going to be presented on February 24th. It is going to be done by a group that is top world class musicians, but in the exact way that the album plays.
And that's the key to this. The first half of the show, that is the first part before intermission, will be the album from start to finish, as if you put it in your player and pressed play. Whatever is necessary to make that happen. If that's 5 musicians, 10 musicians, 16, 20 musicians, whatever's necessary to make that exact sound. Consummate musicians, these session players want the exact, precise sound that you heard. And they're going to recreate the album just like Led Zeppelin played it.
And it's not just the one performance of Classic Albums Live. It's going to be a couple of different ones coming to Shell Theater.
Well, that's it, right? We're going to start with Led Zeppelin 1, their debut album on February 24th. But then coming up on April 19th, we've got Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Everybody loves the Beatles, and that's why we know that one's going to be great to bring back. We originally planned it earlier. Now's our chance to see it, and you'll love it for sure.
And here out in our neck of the woods, there is no shortage of East Coasters. And we have a group coming that will definitely play to that crowd and a whole bunch more, because there's just a feeling with East Coast music. And I'm sure, Josh, you know what I'm talking about. You get a little tingly inside when you hear it, the drum beat, everything. It's next level.
It is absolutely next level. It's that ability to convey emotion from the stage, get the audience dancing, get them having fun, getting them tapping their toes, or maybe even singing along, whatever. Coig is one of those ones that is a jazz standard. They can do all the traditional music. They've got all the major players. There's some banjo there. There's a couple of fiddles there. They could be playing piano, a little bit of everything. But then they break into these contemporary classics as well. One of my personal favorites, you'll want to head onto YouTube and check out Salisbury Hill by Coig.
Oh, a cover. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love the East Coast music out here, and of course, this is coming out of our trips down to the ECMAs, the East Coast Music Awards, where we had great discussions about bringing the best talent from the East to us in Alberta here.
Perfect. And Josh, when we talk about music, that is one part of it, but also we have bromance, which is kind of a different sort of presentation. And I know you were singing their praises last time we talked. Break it down for us what bromance is.
Well, it's a story. First and foremost, it's a story. Don't get me wrong. We've labeled it as a circus event because there's so much going on the stage. It's movement. It's amazing tumbling. It's stacking. It's throwing each other around, but it's also a story. It's about male connection. And in that way, it's something that the whole family will just be mystified by for sure. You're definitely gonna want to check that out on April 28th.
And speaking of mystified, the Mix 107 presentation, this one you may have seen on late night TV. Charles Ross is coming to Shell Theater. And what exactly does Charles do, Josh?
Well, it's one man Star Wars. You're thinking, okay, Star Wars is an amazing story with lots of great talents. How does he do it with one person? And that is the mastery of this man's art. Charles Ross has nailed this down. He's done it around the world a million times. And like you said, he's been on late night TV doing it. That's how much they love him. He's a fringe favorite for everybody, sells out everywhere he goes. You won't want to miss Charles Ross and his one-man Star Wars for two great shows on May 14th.
He does the sound effects. He does the dialogue. He does it all. It really is incredible.
You close your eyes, you think you're watching Star Wars.
Exactly. And any of the other shows, I think we've hit on pretty much everything here, Josh. It's just such an extensive lineup. And I know that you take pride in, it's a very diverse lineup of shows that kind of have something for everybody.
And that's our key. We want to make sure that there is something for everybody. We understand not everything is going to be a fit for you. We're going to ask you to go out on that cultural ledge, try some new stuff, and check out this amazing program that we have right here in town.
Josh, anything else you want to add?
Right now, the best thing you can do is go online, check out what we've got. Tons of great offerings at shelltheater.ca. You want to miss it. If by chance you're not a big online fan, come on down to the Dow Centennial Center and talk to our customer service representatives. They're amazing people, and they can tell you all about these great shows as well.
Absolutely. Important to get your tickets as soon as possible for these great events. You don't want to be left out in the cold. Literally, it is the winter season after all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Josh Gennings from the Shell Theater is with us this morning, and that is the lineup for the winter season. Head out to the website, check it out. It is going to be an amazing time at the Shell Theater. Josh, thank you very much for joining us, and we wish you the best in the coming months.
Thanks a lot, Justin. I really appreciate it. And I just hope that everybody stays healthy, stays safe, and let's get together and enjoy some culture when you get a chance.